All right, here we go. This is called Taylor Swift Fatphobic. I'm sure there's no fat phobia here, just fat people that want to project their self-hatred onto everyone else. Let's check it out.
I'm sick, but as usual, nonsense on this app has just dragged me back.
Let me translate. I'm going to translate these videos. I'm sick. In other words, my immune system is compromised by my poor lifestyle habits. I'm sick as usual, but as usual, oh no, I'm sick, but as usual, nonsense on this app, aka social media, has dragged me back, aka I see an opportunity to get love and attention. So here I am posting a video. Okay, let's continue. Just translate, make sure everyone understands.
And we need to talk about this.
We don't.
So that is a screen grab from Taylor Swift's Anti-Hero music video.
One thing, if you take anything Taylor Swift says seriously, one, you probably have the same mental challenges that our commander-in-chief does.
Come on, man.
And it's a scale. It's a scale. Oh my God, a scale. A picture of a scale. Oh my God, I'm triggered. Oh my God, it's measuring gravitational pull. Pussy.
Where she gets on a scale and the scale just says fat.
Yeah. Yeah. Most people, it should say fat. It should be like, get off. Get off. Get off. By the way, yeah, her TikTok name is this person making the video, if you're just listening, is Classy Fatty Babe. Gross. So in other words, let me just clarify this. Anything in this video is complete dog shit. Fat is her identity. Classy Fatty Babe. In other words, I am never going to change on purpose because I'm building my identity around being fat. I'm getting my love and attention and all my value and my social feedback by being fat. It's like having like vegan athlete. Well, now you can't take care of your health actually because you have vegan in the title. Then you're going to lose all your followers because you're betraying them. You're creating your identity around being unhealthy and being fat. So now you're boxed in. So you're tripling, quadrupling down on being a victim. And it's fucking pathetic. Here we go.
Literally, the last video I made was about how thin people's self-applied fat phobia is still problematic, and this is why.
This is what happens when you breathe out of in your mouth. Like, you breathe through your nose, but you're sick. Oh. The earth is fat phobic, isn't it? Goddamn oxygen molecule. Why do they have to be so big?
So clearly Taylor is talking about insecurities that she has had around her weight.
Okay.
And I do know that she's an eating disorder survivor.
Most people have eating disorders. If you eat at Taco Bell, you have an eating disorder. Unpopular but factual opinion. If you're eating this garbage fucking food, doesn't matter if you're in the matrix or not. Like if you're not unaware, you're still eating literal, just marketed industrial waste. So we have different opinions on what an eating disorder is. She's an eating disorder survivor. She survived. Okay. Yeah, it's serious. You're trashing your health to an extreme degree. You know, there's a lot of other. All right, let's just continue. I'm not making light of people's addictions and issues, but a lot of people that don't, like most people have eating disorders. And the problem diagnosing or getting diagnosed with an eating disorder is that it also removes you kind of in some ways from responsibility, and you're living under the shield and you're living under this like labeling of an eating disorder. So it takes a lot of your power away. And it doesn't mean that you don't have a severe issue or condition or problems to overcome. It just means, I mean, a lot of this labeling with like the sick care system, it's like a fucking heavy weight that's on your back. And then you kind of like always have an eating disorder. It's like you're always kind of like subjected. You're always powerless. It's a mind fuck.
Which is what a lot of thin people and some fat people are using to defend her. But it's so interesting to me how people only care about people with eating disorders when the person with the eating disorder is thin.
Okay. This is so fucking untrue. This is so fucking untrue. It's so untrue. When you're overeating, you need to eat less food. You're not in like a starvation mode. You're not as at risk for imminent death as you are when you are emaciated, completely lacking nutrients. Your organs are failing. Your endocrine system is completely fucked. It's much easier to survive longer when you have excessive caloric intake than it is when you are starving yourself. So it's much more imminent, the death and the destruction. You don't care about yourself. Please take some responsibility for your fucking habits. These are habits. These are habits compounded with self-hatred, compounded with, therapists making millions of fucking dollars off your therapy visits and perpetuating the audacity to feed into this bullshit.
Because as a fat person with an eating disorder, this imagery is incredibly damaging.
Then don't look at it. Why are you looking at it? I have to keep on stopping it because the stupid needs to be broken up into pieces so I can chew it all. Try it sometime. It's incredibly damaging. Then stop looking at it. This imagery is incredibly damaging. Stop looking at it. Oh my God, I hate the way this looks. Don't look at it. You had to come online. You had to come back online and bitch about it. You had to get some views. Oh man, someone else posted something that offends me. Oh, yay. I can complain about this. Got to get those views, don't you, champ?
Anything that associates the word fat with something negative is very damaging.
It's not good to be fat. It's not healthy to be fat. It's not attractive to be fat, my opinion. The opinion of many people, most people. Not a good look. It's not healthy. It's not attractive. It's not functional. It's not necessary. But keep going there.
I went through treatment hearing things like, I feel fat. Always from thin people who will never understand what it's like to actually be treated as a fat person in this society.
How are you treating yourself? I'd love to have a breakdown of what you eat in a day. Why are you sick? I haven't been sick in like 5 fucking years. Why are you sick? What do you eat every day? I want to know your play-by-play for an entire week. I want to know exactly, without any lie, which will be impossible. But I want to know every last thing that you eat, every last thing that you do. I want to know how often you meditate, how often you practice yoga. I want to know what foods you eat. I want to know how much sleep you get. I want to know everything. I want to know your exercise routine. I want to know everything that you're doing. Can you imagine how much of a clusterfuck that would be? You don't treat yourself with respect. There's no fucking way. If you're coming on here to complain like this and you sound like that, you are not treating yourself with respect. So you're projecting your own frustration, your own disorders into this fucking social media landscape because, I don't know, some cultural icon took a picture of a scale that said fat. Okay. It's called her opinion, her art, if you want to call it art. It's her music video. Don't look at it. Don't like it. This is the problem with social media is that, everyone has a fucking opinion and people's opinion that doesn't fucking matter. I'm not saying mine does more than you, but I have every right to voice my opinion about this bullshit. It's like it's like a human centipede of fucking bullshit opinions. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Now, I love Taylor Swift, so Swifties, please don't come for me.
Okay. My God. Swifties. Swifties. This is going to make me. I might have some extra rope. I'm about to fucking stab myself in the dick. Fucking Swifties. Jesus Christ.
This is not meant to be a jab or a dig at her. This is meant to be an open dialogue about problematic fatphobic behavior.
It's not a dig at her, but oh my God, my feelings.
This is also meant to be a discussion about how celebrities and people with larger platforms have a responsibility to utilize those platforms in a way that reduces harm in whatever way possible.
I disagree. Freedom of speech, First Amendment. You are free to be offended. You shouldn't be, but you have every right to be offended. She has every right to say whatever she wants. I don't care. She has a large platform. She can still say whatever the fuck she wants. She can still say whatever the fuck she wants. I don't buy that. With great power comes great. Oh, fuck off. She's earned the right to say whatever the fuck she wants. She's made it there. You just don't have to listen. You don't have to agree. That's totally fine. It's not her responsibility to protect your fucking feelings, because apparently that's a lost cause. There's no way for you not to be offended. You be offended by anything. You're going to be offended by anything. If you're walking on one side, I know that might sound outlandish, her walking, but if you're walking on one side of the street and the wind is blowing harder on that side of the street that you're on than the other side, you're probably called a wind fatphobic. So even though it's called resistance, it's a lost cause trying to not offend you.
There are ways to talk about self-applied fat phobia and insecurities around body size without being openly traumatizing to fat people.
Again, if we're tiptoeing to try to not offend you, it's never going to happen. Okay? You're offended by everything. You wouldn't have to work so hard to get love and attention if you were enjoyable to be around.
But the imagery that Taylor used in her latest video is not one of them.
Your opinion.
Now, I've actually been really getting into Taylor Swift lately and like resonating with her music.
That's part of the problem. You're resonating with Taylor Swift's music. Alrighty then.
And it's really damaging for me to listen to her music and watch her videos knowing that one of her biggest fears is looking like me.
Sounds like a personal problem. Her fear is not looking like you. She'll never look like you. Ever. You know why? Because she's Taylor Swift. She's going to look like her. She probably could go for putting on some fucking muscle. See, and look how you're projecting. Look how you're projecting, right? And watch her videos and knowing that one of her biggest fears is looking like me. That's not what her biggest fear is at all. You're just pretending like it is. You're like, look at me. Look at me. Look, attention for me, not Taylor Swift. Look at me, but I'm fat, but I have this too. Your name is Classy Fatty Babe. You want to be fat. Your identity is around being fat. You get all your attention by being fat. That's how you promote yourself. So stop complaining about it. Change your fucking screen name. Stop complaining about like, oh my God, she said fat. You have fat in your fucking name. What an idiot. This is so stupid.
As a fat person, like our biggest fears around our bodies are being unalived from treatable and preventable.
Unalived? Yo. Holy shit. What?
Our biggest fears is looking like me. Now, as a fat person, like our biggest fears around our bodies are being unalived from treatable and preventable illnesses.
Dying from treatable and preventable illnesses. Exactly. Get healthier and you'll prevent your illnesses and disease.
Simply because doctors don't listen to us.
You don't listen to common sense. You don't take care of yourself. The doctor can't fix your lifestyle habits. That's your responsibility. Might be an unpopular opinion, doesn't make it less true. That's your responsibility. The doctor is there. Okay. Another example. That's like you getting into a car accident, totaling your fucking car, and then blaming it on the mechanic when the mechanic's like, I'm sorry, we can't fix this. You should drive better. Oh no. That doctor, he's drive phobic. He's car phobic. The body shop can't help you drive better. Okay? It's not the body shop's fault that you totaled your fucking car and they're like, it's not worth it for us to fix it. Understand? You fucked it up already. It's your fault for driving it poorly. It's your fault for never changing the fucking oil and the engine just fell through the goddamn floor. It's not their fault. It's not the mechanic's fault. It's not the body shop's fault for you driving like shit.
Or not being able to find jobs or well-paying jobs because of our body size.
You'll never be an NBA player. You might not be able to be a waiter or a waitress because you can't navigate between the tables without knocking everyone's head into their soups.
Not being able to find clothes to wear to the jobs that we are able to secure.
There's plenty of clothing
and the list
out there.
goes on and on and on. But thin people's biggest fear surrounding their body size is looking like us, not experiencing the things that we experience, but just looking like us.
How do you know? You're assuming what people are afraid of. Maybe they've been obese before and they know it feels like shit too. How about you invest in your own self-love and self-respect rather than projecting your own self-hatred onto someone else that you don't know? You don't know anything about Taylor Swift. No one does, except her. You don't know anything about her. You know that she made a music video. Oh, offended. Would you hurt my feelings?
And while I understand that these fears are valid and need to be spoken about, they need to be spoken about responsibly.
And whose opinion is going to tell us what's responsible? You? You? Oh, you're so kind and loving. Tell me what to think. Tell me what that means. Define that for me. Can you define responsibility for me? Can you tell me? Can you redefine these words for me? Because I want to be responsible. Can you tell me what to think? Can you tell me what to do to make sure that I abide by your rules and regulations? I don't want to tiptoe. I don't want to step on any eggshells here. Responsibly. What's your fucking opinion on that? Give me a break.
Because fat phobia is trauma.
Bullshit.
And we don't deserve to be re-traumatized because y'all can't find better words to talk about your feelings.
Stop traumatizing yourself. This is the narrative inside your own head. You're traumatizing yourself. You're creating this. You are literally subjecting yourself to this shit and online here crying about, I don't know, what someone else said online. For real.
So anyway, I need to like emotionally cleanse from all this, so I'm gonna go listen to some Lizzo. But anyway.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
So anyway, I need to like emotionally cleanse from all this, so I'm gonna go listen to some Lizzo. But anyway, remember to take your meds, drink some water, stay hydrated, get some rest. I'll see y'all in the next video.
You fucking people.
She's going to end all that. I'm going to go listen to some Lizzo. Yeah, I'm going to go listen to one of the most grotesque individuals on the planet. That's I can't even rant about that. That's just